And Pam said, I'm getting ready for my vacay. Winning that tote is great advertising for HSN. Pam, I know what you're doing. I don't know if you're gonna be the winner, but that was a great tactic. I love that. That's something I would say. I'd be like, you really want, I want to win so I could show off all the stuff wherever I go. Okay. A scent is a mood changer, it is a confidence builder, it is a calling card, it is a memory builder, and Marilyn Miglin did it like no one else. This particular scent is widely described as the world's most precious perfume. And it has been around, this is one of her iconic fragrances that she has ever had. You're looking at, each one of these bottles is 3.4 ounces of her Eau de Parfum. This is not her Eau de Toilette. This is like the highest concentration. It is a very delicate, intoxicating, sensual, elegant blend of 179 different quality ingredients. Everything from France to Italy to Belgium to Madagascar to Portugal to Egypt. She found it all. She put it into the perfect scent. Now, one of these bottles, individually boxed, is about $100+ per bottle. We were able to get a 2-pack for the last 270 people at $74.50, free shipping on that 5 flex on everything for birthday. It is $14.90. Kathy Wolf, who had been a host here for many, many, many years, had a great relationship with Marilyn, continues to be very close with the family as well. And this was like your signature scent.
It is, and it will become your signature scent. It's a fragrance that absolutely transforms to you. Pheromone, in a word, means to attract, and that's exactly what it does. Everybody who wears this fragrance, it's gonna smell a little bit different on Tina, it's gonna smell a little bit different on Emily, it's gonna smell a little bit different on you, and it's gonna smell a little bit different on me. This fragrance has 179 rare and essential ingredients that are built on into this. It is a 3.4 ounce size of an Eau de Parfum. Almost 30 years ago, Marilyn Miglin created this fragrance by actually having the ancient hieroglyphs of the Egyptian temples actually translated to get those 179 rare and essential ingredients. When you spritz this fragrance on, you will immediately be enveloped with all of the beautiful, rich essences in here. So let me tell you about some of the individual top notes, our middle notes, so you can understand what makes this fragrance so incredibly unique. It starts off with that Italian bergamot. There's also these beautiful leafy greens, which makes the fragrance much more linear. Orange flower blossom, which is our home state, Florida's actual annual flower. And then the mid notes, these are your heart notes. You have the geranium, you have the cassis absolute, there is iris, there's Italian jasmine absolute, which is $10,000 a pound. And then the base notes, there's vanilla absolute, there's oakmoss, and there's sandalwood. And the reason a lot of fragrances actually put the sandalwood in there, the sandalwood helps the fragrance to actually last longer. That is why it is a creation of a fragrance that you are gonna enjoy, and it's gonna envelop you. But I remember being on the air with Marilyn and people talking about this fragrance and how there was a gentleman who was riding up an escalator and there was a woman going down the escalator, and he immediately went up, circled around, and went down that escalator. And he said, he goes, I just have to know. He said, I'm not hitting on you. He said, I'm really looking for a new fragrance for my wife. And he said, and that fragrance was so intoxicating. He said, it made me come around and actually follow you just to find out what the fragrance is.
You know what's funny is when I want to change up my fragrance, I want to buy something new, I have my husband come and smell. I was like, I want you to like it. I want you to be attracted to it, right? Also, when women in my life, my friends or anybody goes through a big life change, I'm always like, get a new fragrance. Get a whole different just aura about you. If we did one, and by the way, if you already love this, Kathy is not telling you anything you don't already know, how it absolutely unique, different, distinctive this scent is. And the fact that it is in the Eau de Parfum, this is not the Eau de Toilette. When we get to an Eau de Parfum, that is more concentrated, it's gonna last longer, it's always a little bit more expensive. Each one of these bottles is 3.4 ounces. Technically, if we just did one bottle for the $74.50, that would be a sell. One of these usually on Marilyn's website is a little over $100. We're giving you not a second bottle that's a travel size, not a, a try me size. Another full-size bottle today. On a FlexPay, you can already start wearing both of these, whether it's one for you, one from your mom, one for you, one for your daughter, your sister, your auntie, whatever it is. It's definitely a keep one, gift one. $14.90 in free shipping. We are gonna start counting down to our last amount that we have available here. We started out about 300 before it started. When I got to the presentation, we were at 270. I think we're now about to dip under 200. So I wanna make sure that you secure, there's obviously not auto ship on this, right? These are very glass bottles, beautiful. Bottles. The fact that I feel like when Marilyn made this fragrance, it's when fragrances, even at that time, it was, you're trying to make something. I feel like for some fragrances nowadays, seem like they're just banged out in a factory, right? They're just giving you a vanilla, they're giving you a thing.
If I remember correctly, I think Marilyn told me like 98% of fragrances that are launched don't last 1 year. This is the world's most precious perfume. This is like old world elegance, sort of when you think about that Hollywood glam. It's what they call sort of a Floriental that just has that richness to it. It has a little bit of spice, but the beauty of this fragrance is it's pheromone, and you're probably seeing that all over social media, people talking about pheromones and what really kind of attracts and brings somebody in. This word means to attract, and that's what this fragrance does. It's why it has stood the test of time. It took her over 7.5 years to create this fragrance. The other thing that Marilyn did is she traveled all over the world. So once she had those ancient hieroglyphs actually done in and found out what the 179 rare and essential ingredients were, she then went and found the best of the best. So for the jasmine, she got the Italian jasmine, the bergamot that has traveled from all over the world. She also, when she would put these fragrances in, people started asking her, and the people who were creating the fragrance and said, you can't put that in there and still make it at that price. She said, it is important to me that everybody can appreciate this fragrance. So the top notes, again, the Italian bergamot, there's the leafy greens, there's the orange flower, all the places from Madagascar, from Portugal, from Egypt, from France, from Belgium. These ingredients come from all over the world. The mid notes, your heart notes, that's the one that lasts the longest, is the geranium bourban, which is very nice and rich. There's jasmine absolute, which is $10,000 a pound. That comes from Italy as well. The cassis absolute and the iris. And then your base notes, who doesn't love a little bit of vanilla? There's also oakmoss in there, which gives it a nice earthy feel. I think that's where you get sort of almost that spice scent to it. And then it's really beautifully done. All in a gorgeous glass bottle that we know you are going to love. If you have always enjoyed the fragrance, appreciate the value, because here on HSN, I know we sell one for $95. On Marilyn's Institute, it is actually $105 for one individual bottle.
And that's what I said, though. If we just did one bottle at $74, that would be a savings, right? If we gave a little like travel size, a little try me, that you can kind of do stocking stuffer size or something like that.
But it's HSN's birthday.
Both full size, and by the way, a couple of things. Full size as in 3.4 ounce. There are smaller bottle sizes. This is the 3.4 ounce, and this is not the Eau de Toilette. If you're like, oh, I see the Eau de Toilette, this is the Eau de Parfum. So this is the highest level. Also, this is the biggest size. This is the iconic that we're getting. I think we're getting down to about 100 and something left. This is heading towards a quick sellout for the duo of both of these. 5 flex on everything for birthday, which means I get it. Sometimes with fragrances, and this is new to you, you're like, how would I know? How would I know what it smells like on me? Get it home on a FlexPay. Try it with your own pH, with your own, skin, wear it different places, see if it works with you, if it makes you feel better, if you start getting compliments to it, right? If it is, you pay off the remaining 4 months of FlexPays on there, and you already have a new favorite scent. But you have to get it into your hands and try it before you know if it's the right thing. You could do 30 days to return. I don't want you to miss out on this, because we are fast to getting this 2-pack as a sellout. They're individually boxed, so also giftable.
Buy one, gift one, or one of my dearest friends who's actually battling cancer right now, this is her absolute favorite fragrance, and she's not one of those super girly girls that always has to have a fragrance on, but this is one that she said just always has spoken to her, and she's absolutely enjoyed. So April, best of health to you. And if you know somebody who is starting that new journey in life and kind of moving along, maybe a new marriage or a new getting out and as newly single, to have something that actually helps you to attract someone else, it's a good fragrance for you.
Or attract you again. Just
Yes.
be you.
Be in love with you.
Be in love with yourself.
Yes.
This will be a sellout, $74.50 for both of the 2-pack of these. I'll let you know, and that free shipping as well. Emily, are you going to wrap the hour up with comfort?
I sure am.
Oh.
Prepare yourself, because I want to just change, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to welcome in our friend who is wearing this most comfortable dress, a sleep dress. It's like my go-to when it comes to pajamas.